Hello, in this video we're going to look at a short description and breakdown of Bashar's session on January 29th, 2022. The name of the session is Why Are You Here in Physical Reality? And in short, you can guess that he's talking about why we're here, why we're in physical reality. But he also gives us guidance on how we can look at the parallel reality of physical reality from a new point of view. So he starts diving into the different aspects that it is a representation of and how we can use them, what they are for, and subsequently the results that we can have in physical reality, as well as how they reflect on us and the surrounding environment. This is the short version of what Bashar shared with us. Going in further into the video, we'll look into more of what he said and shared with us, so stay tuned until the end. If you don't know who Bashar is, you can check out the short description that we have in the KeyPracticalBuild.com website, or visit his website, which link as well as the one for the session you can find down below in the description of the video. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe so that you can keep an eye out for the new videos and receive notifications for when they are being uploaded. Bashar has shared many times that physical reality is a reflection of our beliefs and a more condensed version of spiritual reality, the reality that we're all striving towards. He mentions this again at the beginning of the session, but it looks like he's sharing this information as a focus now, as a new perspective that we should dive into to learn more about this specific expression of what physical reality is, because we're all striving towards having a better connection with spiritual reality. But he goes on to explain it in a way that it's like we already have that connection, and that even in physical reality with our material and logical thinking, we are able to have a more broader experience with all that is. We don't need to enter any specific soaring states to achieve that connection. It already exists, it's already there. And this is where we dive into what physical reality actually is, what we can do in it. And it's basically about how we tend to perceive, how we choose to perceive whatever is happening. Meaning that it's about how we choose to deal with, use, and adapt the things that are happening, and subsequently how it reflects on us and the surrounding environment. Because this is the only thing that actually matters in our life. This is the entire scheme that predefines how something is going to affect us. Even if it's basically negative, even if the origin that it's coming from is 100% negative, even if society defines it as negative, the only thing that matters for us is how we choose to perceive and use it. Because whatever exists, whatever may happen, it will always have the ability to be positive. And from there on, this is what defines the results that we're going to experience. Meaning that even here, even if we imagine the worst imaginable result or experience that we might have, everything is defined by choice. And after presenting this idea, Bashar's message focuses on us as individuals, because when we accept to work in this manner, i.e. to derive the positive out of the experiences that we're having, the challenges that we go through and the way that we manage them and so on, we become living examples for others how these experiences, this information can be experienced in a better way, more positive, more expansive, some way that others can use to develop in their own personal direction. Because arranging our experiences and information in such a way, we are able to reach conclusions that others to this point have not managed to reach. And in this way, we are able to help them reach the conclusions that truly things can happen in an easier way. Manifesting is easy. Events and experiences align, and there's always a way to arrange them in such a way that ensures a positive outcome. Bashar underlines that this is as important as it is to us as much as to everyone else, individually and as a collective, because this is how we develop, this is how we are able to attract more people to try out more things, test new things, and be happy with the things that they're doing, because in most cases we find something that bugs us, something that limits our actions. But when we originate from a positive point of view, we are able to find solution after solution after solution. And it's not that we're finding solutions, but it's that we can see all the different possibilities of what we can do next, and we just decide to do them, follow the path as it is. And this is actually the benefit that physical reality has over the spiritual realm. Because, for example, we are able to experience space and time in such a way that brings us these experiences, whereas in the spiritual world, it's a lot different. We wouldn't be able to experience things in the same way. Bashar also mentions that all these limitations are very attractive, very interesting sort of instruments that we can use to play out a music throughout all that is. And this, for me, is a source of inspiration, because this is proof that we're actually creating our own world with the necessary conditions that we need to experience the theme that we're exploring, the theme that we wish to explore. Whereas in the spiritual world, it just is, and that's it. There is no way for us to experience the development of that idea that we are exploring. And this makes every single challenge that we're having that much more interesting. One of the comparisons that Bashar gives us is that our actions in physical reality with an expansive mindset, positive mindset, creates beautiful music throughout all that is, that would attract more individuals to do the same thing, and in doing so, for us to start a symphony. He also gives an example, or rather an exercise that we can apply in every interaction that we have.
How could this serve me? How can I learn something from this that can serve others? Always let that be the first question, no matter what crops up. How can this serve me?
And the beauty of the whole process, in addition to everything that we've mentioned so far, is that in this way we show that physical reality is a reflection of our beliefs, and at the same time we reach the understanding of how it is a representation of our beliefs. And in doing so, the cycle comes full circle, where we are able to take responsibility for our actions and reach the results that we're striving towards. There's no need for us to worry about the past or the future, because, like everything else, physical reality happens in the moment, here and now.
And act from that presence.
Accepting these ideas helps us dissolve the idea of how dense physical reality is, to allow for more things to happen in our life. Of course, the best way for you to understand the information that Bashar has given us is to look and hear the session for yourselves, so that you can come to your own personal conclusions, since in this video, these are mine, this is how I understand it, and this is my perspective. Personally, when I started focusing on these ideas and exploring them, I became so excited and inspired that I reached a moment where I just admitted that everything does truly work in that manner, and I became happy. You will be able to find the link to the session in the description of the video, and I'll see you again next time.